Yo, Novatos, thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. Now, I wasn't going to unbox this, but I really have to take a look at this. I haven't even started, all the parts for the Sportster, or for the Roadster, they haven't come in yet. And this is probably one of those things where I have to, do it at the very end. But I'm just wondering, man, what does this fairing look like? I'm wondering. It's killing me inside. I gotta open it. I gotta take a look. I know it's a Krator fairing, so I know it's a knockoff of the original product. And a lot of the build, a lot of the Sportster build parts are Amazon, eBay knockoffs. They're all, I'd say I don't know, I'd say probably 70 or 80% of the Sportster build is going to be made from Amazon parts, Amazon mods, Amazon aftermarket parts, even the risers, as you can see right here, made in China. So here, I don't know if you guys were able to pick that up, but here, let's look at that right there, made in China. So, and the reason why I'm doing this, you guys already saw my video why I'm using knockoffs, China parts, is mainly because a lot of the manufacturers that I purchased from, name brands, a lot of the parts are made in China. So they're pretty much middlemen, and they're just buying their products. Sim is one of those guys. A lot of their helmets are made in China, or the ones that I know of. I know they're, I'm not going to get into it. Some of their stuff are made in the United States. They're in Texas, and I believe those helmets go for, $1,000. So here she is. This is the Krator. I don't even know what they call it. T-Sport fairing. I don't know. I mean, I was in between this and probably, I don't know if the camera's even focused on me. I was between this and the Harley-Davidson quarter fairing knockoff one with the smoked lens. And I was planning on doing a lot of different things with it, but once I started calculating the cost of it, the way I wanted to do it, it was just going to cost way too much. So I mean, the headlight alone, the one I was going to use was actually an LP4 Baja Designs, and I was going to wire it, solder it, and all that other good stuff. But then I was like, man, $450 for the headlight when I could just get the Amazon one for about $30. So I just kind of said, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna save my money and try to build it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and compare these parts. So sorry for the rambling. I said all of this in the other video, so I don't know, maybe I'll probably keep it, or I'll probably won't. So here she is, and based off of the reviews and everything else, they didn't offer a windshield that you could see through, and until recently. So if you're on Amazon and you're on eBay and you're looking at this fairing and you're wondering, hey, where's the see-through, where's the actual windshield that you could look through, they had just recently started offering it. This fairing came into the market in 2017, so it's been on the market for about, 5 years? 2022. So it's been on the market for about 5 years, so it's not that well known. But here, let's just take a look at this windshield, and I believe this is 17 inches, I believe. So, oh wow, man, the thickness of this looks pretty good. The cut's not it's not as smooth as the Road Warrior frame, but I don't think people are gonna notice. I mean, I could see it off the bat. I could tell. I could just look at the finish and see that the edge cut of this windshield, it's pretty bad. I mean, it's not showroom quality, and as you can see on the bottom of it, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up on it, but it's a dirty cut, and it's not even straight in some of these parts. I mean, it's just jagged. It's jagged, and at the edge of this one, where you could see it, it looks like they just painted it. It looks like it's just painted. Yeah, it's just painted. It's not even smooth out or sanded down, kind of like a nice finish that you would get with a Road Warrior windshield. But you could really see it, especially right here. You can see that they missed painting it right here. I mean, this is just minor little details, guys. I mean, this is just minor stuff. I used to be quality control for a body shop, and I could pick up on this stuff quick. I could see it. I just have the eye for it now. So I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can see the gloss edge right here, and then it just comes down here and it looks like they forgot to paint the actual piece. Same thing on this side as well. Just a little dull, big deal. You could actually sand this down with like a 700 grit and then go down to 1000 grit, and that will fix that that edge. And you can actually even smoothen out a little bit more, but you can see it right here, these little points. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but you can see these little points where it's really jagged and it's just not perfect. So little stuff like that, not a big deal, like I said, but it's just something worth pointing out. And looks pretty good. I mean, the overall quality, other than the edge, looks pretty good. I like it. Not, you know, there's no scratches or anything like that on it so far, but just minor little things, and that's how you could tell that it's made and not you know, with the same love and touch as you would get with the Memphis Shades Warrior. So like I said, you could touch that stuff up. You could actually, like I said, sand it down, smooth it out, and just get those little imperfections out of the piece. So you could do that. So let me just go ahead and put this out, put this away. Let me see, how did this thing go? All right, so that's the windshield. Let's look at the actual fairing itself. And here it is. So I don't have this fairing. I don't have the Burly one. So I am going to be comparing it to the Road Warrior fairing. And there's a lot of packaging, which is pretty good. You have this nice soft cloth right here just to prevent scratches. Your Road Warrior fairing comes with this actual material. So let's see. Let's take a look at this one. And wow, the thickness of this thing, it's pretty thick. It looks just like wow, you know what, I'm impressed. The finish on this thing, it's legit, guys. It looks good. The finish, I'm just looking for minor imperfections here, like always. The thickness of the plastic, and you know, it looks just as thick as the Road Warrior fairing. I mean, it's not, you know, supposedly in the comments people were saying that it just felt flimsy, but man, I don't know about that. This thing looks legit. The finish looks great. Just looks like that same finish of the Road Warrior fairing. There's not scratches. There's no scratches. There's a little bit of a minor imperfections at the edge again, but man, for the money, it looks pretty good. These holes are not even. They look horrendous. And you know what? It's just the edge is so far right now. But I mean, like I said, you could clean that stuff up with a little bit of sanding paper. Let's see the mounting points. You know what? Harley was having some issues with these mounting points on their new quarter fairing. When I saw this on this one, I was a little worried about it. Hopefully it outperforms Harley's new quarter fairing, and it looks like it should. There's some like brass in there, I'm not sure, or copper. There's a little bit of that stuff in there, and you can see that there's like little construction support around it, so hopefully it doesn't break or anything like that. So on the inside of it, it looks like it's made out of different it looks like it's not all one piece. It looks like it's made from like different layers. There's a little bit of some weird stuff going on right here. As you can see, that's not flat, that's flat. For some reason it's patched right here. I don't know what that is. So there's some patching all over this. And man, you know what? Overall thickness, the finish, like I said, where it counts, it looks pretty good. You see there's a little bit of a dimple right here, minor little dimple right there. But overall, you know what? I am impressed on this fairing. It looks pretty good. Just a little minor dimple right there. You have this funny looking hole right over here. The other ones, they look pretty even. They look good. And like I said, the only problem so far right now is just, you know, the roughness of the edges. It looks like whatever this is, it looks like, I don't know, like a clear. I don't know. I'm not sure how, you know, I don't know how this is made, but based off of, you know, just the edge right here, looks like there's just a little bit of a minor dripping. It looks like they probably cleared it, or I don't know. And I you know what? Honestly, I don't know how this is made, but there's just a little bit of minor, just like on the windshield, all along the edge of the fairing. There's just some minor imperfections, but man, for 140 bucks, wow, you are getting your money's worth. The finish looks great. I mean, check that out, guys. I'm pretty sure that should hold up just like the Road Warrior fairing. So, man, you know, I'm impressed. Just minor little imperfections, not too bad. Typically, you'll notice a lot of the imperfections on black. So I'm just impressed on how well it's holding up. So just right here, you can see a line coming down right here. You have to hold it up against the light. You can see this a lot more. It's a lot more noticeable under daylight. You can start seeing it. But so far, you know, for the finish that it has, black, which shows everything. Black shows everything. So let's look at the hardware. And I have the overhead cam here. So let's try to use that a little bit. Now, based off of what I saw, my Sportster is actually a Roadster, so you have the inverted forks. So a lot of these parts are not gonna fit. The max this goes, I believe, is 40 something millimeters. I think it's 40 something. I can't find my knife. Oh, here it is. So the I think it goes from 30 to 40 something, 43 I believe millimeters. And if you have inverted forks, you know, it's thicker than that. So I'm gonna have to switch some of these parts out, but I'm hoping this still fits the way it is. If not, I'm gonna have to change some parts. But based off of some of the installs that I've seen, man, this has the exact same mounting hardware. Surprisingly, it looks the same. You know, it's not as clean as the Memphis shades, mainly because of the clamp that they use, but you know what, it looks pretty much the same. So let me just open this. Let me find this opening. So I'm hoping the only thing I have to change out of this, and you have, like I said, you have a lot of the same parts. This is what you're going to be using on your forks to protect it from scratching from these clamps. And this, I mean, this looks ugly. This is the one part that I wasn't fond of, the way that this looks. You know, in the Memphis shades, you have that nice, clean looking clamp that, you know, that mounts your fairing. And then you have this guy. And for the Burly fairing, I mean, they use this. So this is not pretty. And this is something that you would see on your drainage, on your you know, on your home. So this typically is what you see, these adjustable clamps. So I'm guessing the only thing I have to change is just this. So instead of using these, I would have to use a 3-inch clamp. Sorry to repeat myself, but this is one of those things that you have to kind of, you know, make it clear. This is not going to fit the Roadster. You need 3 inches, and hopefully there's enough room for me to fit that clamp in there. If not, I'm going to have to, you know, drill or grind a little bit of this material out to get it to fit. But I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. So that's pretty much it. Of course, there's more mounting stuff in here, and I'm not going to show you guys that. I just wanted to show you guys the finish, the quality of the fairing, even if it is, you know, a knockoff. So anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching yet another video. Guys, just stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.